Hey guys, this is Matt with BleepinJeep.com. Today I want to show you how to do an in-cab winch controller. Usually everybody controls their winch with one of these. This is what comes with the winch, and it's a big pain in the butt, and I hate it. I'm going to show you how to put one inside your cab that's always there when you need it. But first, check out my website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got all the best off-road videos on YouTube. We've got discount codes, coupons, we've got t-shirts and hats as well. So check it out, BleepinJeep.com. Also subscribe and check out the Facebook page as well. Alright, so like I said, these things are a pain in the butt. You never can find them when you need them. When you get stuck, you have to get out and dig around in the back, pull this thing out, and it's really a pain in the butt for yourself and everybody else who is wheeling with you. Instead, you need an in-cab winch controller. That way when you get stuck, somebody can just pull the winch line, you can control it from inside. Never have to get out, never have to hook this thing up. It's not as hard as it seems, so let's get started. Alright, so I'm not a master electrician or anything like that, but I was able to figure this out, and hopefully I can show you guys how to do the same. What you want is a on-off switch. This turns your winch on. As you can see, I've got a red light there that shows me that the winch is on, and then that cuts it off. When you turn that on, this controls your winch out, and this controls your winch in. It's just a toggle switch, a three-way toggle switch. So this is on and then out and in for the winch, and it's a lot simpler than having to get out and connect that big honker that we showed you a minute ago. So let me get started and try and show you how I wire this up. Alright, so every winch comes with a winch solenoid box, and usually that box is going to sit right about here or on top. It's just basically a big switch that tells the winch to turn on and shut off. In my case, I have it up underneath, so I'll take you underneath and show it to you. Alright, so now we're up under the bumper here, and this is the solenoid switch that I was talking about. And yours might look a little different, but basically you're just looking for one thing, and I'll show you that here in a second. So this switch has your negative battery cable, positive battery cable, and then it's got some other big wires over here, which is going to the winch itself. And then you have your controller wires. Now your controller wires, usually it's going to be in the box itself. I've taken this out and mounted it under the bumper, but this is right here, this is the controller that controls your winch normally, and that plugs in right here. Now what you're going to do is just follow that wire, and there's three wires coming out. One of them is going to the positive, and there's two other wires that are going into that block here, and one of them should control in and out, and then you've got your power. So basically all you're going to do is make another one of these switches, except it's going to be in a little bit different form. And so what I've done is taken an extension cord, because it has three wires in it, and I've just connected some ends onto that, some eye ends, and then I've connected those to the exact same wire that goes to your switch. So I've got one coming up here, which is the green, I've got going to the power, and then I've got one of these, looks like the black, going to this one, and the white one going to this yellow one. So all I need to know is that this green one is the power, and then I've taken this cord and run it up into the cab where I'm going to put my switch. Now we're going to do a few more things other than just a switch. I guess you could do a switch, but that would be kind of dangerous. So we need an on-off switch as well, and then we need a light, or at least I like to have a light to know that it's working. So, but under here, you're just gonna, like I said, yours may be a little bit different, but you're just gonna find that wire that goes out to your normal switch, and then you're gonna connect extra wires, three extra wires onto it, and run that up to your cab. Alright, so now we're back in the cab here. You want to find a good mounting spot for your switches. I've chosen this location here, but you can do it anywhere. You just want to make sure that you're not going to be accidentally hitting these switches. And if you've got kids, you want to make sure that they're not playing with this. They can really mess stuff up. So let me pull this out, and hopefully I can show you how I connected all this. Maybe it'll be easier if I take the switches out. Alright, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better now. This is the switch. It just had a black rubber booty over the top of that three-way switch there. Now you can see the wire, the extension cord coming from the solenoid, and it has the white and the black and the green. In this case I have the green as the power. Now you're going to take the other two, which in this case is black and white, and I've put it on the front and the back of this three-way switch. Now it doesn't really matter which one you put it on, because if you get it in the wrong order you can just turn that switch around and install it like that. So don't really worry about that just yet, whether that's in or out. So after that I've got the other wire, which is the power wire coming out of the extension cord here. I've got it going into the on and off switch, and basically the reason for that is I could just wire it into this switch right here in the middle, but then that switch would always be active, and if you accidentally bumped it you would have problems. So you want an interrupter, and that interrupter is going to be this switch with the safety on it. So I've taken that power and just put it into one side of that safety switch there, and the other side of the safety switch I've got it coming back into the toggle switch, right into the middle there. Now if that's all you wanted to do, that would be fine. This would all work, and you could flip that switch up, toggle in and out, everything would be dandy. But I also wanted a red light, and to do that it's pretty simple. You just take another connector here, attach it to the power on the outside of on the back side of your safety switch here, and you connect that to one side of the light. Now the other side of the light just needs to go to ground. So whenever you do turn this on, it'll get power, the other side will get ground, and then you'll have a red light come on. So I know I went over that kind of quick, but if you just want to go back through that, it's not that complicated. Kind of seems complicated when you look at it in a diagram or something, but looking at it this way is a lot easier for me. So let's go over that one more time. I've got that switch coming off of the wires coming out of the solenoid from the other end. There's 3 wires. 2 of those wires are going to the switch, the toggle switch, the 3-way toggle switch. The other wire, which needs to be the power wire, is going to the safety switch, the on-off switch. Out of the other side of that safety switch is going right back into the middle of the toggle switch here. And then for the light, I've just added another, I don't know if you can see that, there we go. I've just added another little connector there, and I have crimped that. You can see that it's crimped right into the light there. One end of the light, and the other end of the light I've just got grounded to a bolt down in here to a good ground source. And that's it. So toggle switch back and forth controls the winch. Of course it's not going to work until you flip that up, you turn it on, and you see that the light is on. Pretty simple. Sometimes I feel like an astronaut with all these switches in here. Don't forget to check out the website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, none of the boring stuff. We've also got discount codes and coupons for all of your favorite off-road stores and a few others. So check that out. Also, do subscribe, check out the Facebook page, and if you have comments or questions, please leave those below in the comment section. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.